What is up, everyone? Echo here, bringing you a replay commentary. This is the first time that I haven't done it live, and I will be doing it off stream and uploading directly to YouTube. I feel like this is the best way to do these. It was kind of boring for people who didn't really want to watch these replays live. So I lost viewers, and I have enough time that I could probably get a few of these done a week offline. So this is how we're gonna do it now. Today I have Grim, as you can see on the screen. We have Grim, and it's Furious Pillow. A lot of you guys may know from the stream. Furious Pillow playing Grim, and we're gonna go over this as we usually do. We're gonna go over the hero first. So this is Grim. He's a ADC or Marauder in Epic. So all the typical stats: low base health, high basic attack damage, and you need damn good positioning with Grim, more so than any other carry, probably, I would say. Let's look at his abilities. The usual basic attack that scales 0.85, starts at 55, and average attack speed. His right mouse button, or R1, is a deflector shield. So this one costs 25, but if you successfully block something with it, you get the mana back. So it does have a pretty long cooldown, so you can only do it every 16 seconds. But this is good for steal alts, and basically any CC that's coming at your face, which will be a lot, obviously, because you have a huge hitbox. The character model is really big, and you're a carry, so you're going to be targeted. It's just simple as that. And it's a 1 second duration. His Q is Displacement Blast. So this is a little bit of a nuke, I guess. Not too much, but it's more about how if you hit, or where you hit your enemy, it's going to displace them in a certain area. So wherever the Displacement Blast lands, the enemies are going to spread it to the outside of that Displacement Blast. You'll see in game and I'm sure you guys already know. But if you get a direct hit on an enemy, then the displacement will be towards you. So keep that in mind. If you're trying to peel someone, you want to do it on the ground, directly like below you or right in front of them. You do not want to hit them because it's going to displace them towards you. So just always keep that in mind with Grim. But yeah, this is another self-peel. The one good thing about Grim is he kind of has some self-peel with Displacement Blast and also Suppression Mode. So this applies a slow on hit, and this also counts as or no, never mind. I was gonna say something that was wrong, and that's not true. Anyways, it applies a slow, so this is either for good for kiting someone or for chasing someone down. And you'll see in this video, actually, Furious Pillow uses a card that I usually don't use, but he uses it basically in combination or to amplify the effects of Suppression Mode. And his GTFO is his homing missile. You must have vision on the target, and it does a nice little chunk of damage. It used to do a lot more, and then they nerfed it. I think that was at the start of Monolith, and I think they brought it up. I think it was 0.9 or something like that, or just 1, and they brought it up a little bit, so it does a little bit more damage now than it did at the start of Monolith. Let's just go over the changes. So he's gone, like when he first came out in Legacy, he was actually probably the best ADC, I want to say. His GTFO, you could do it through walls, and allies just needed vision on the enemy, so he was like a ganking ADC. It was insane, man. This guy was insane. But he's taken quite a big hit moving into Monolith, simply because of CC, and also the speed at which CC happens. It's a lot harder to get your deflector shield off. But he recently has got, like, his upward trend is buffs, because they know he's probably the weakest ADC. So he'll probably get buffed even maybe a little bit more. He's a really hard ADC to use, and a lot of that is because of his hitbox. Anyways, let's jump into the game. I have it already loaded up here. Here we have Furious Pillow. My man, Furious Pillow. Furious Pillow loves heroes that aren't played. He loves cards that aren't played. He loves this stuff. So he starts with an Assassin's Ward, which I was questioning, as I already went over this replay, just so you guys know for a little bit of context. But I was questioning, I'm like, Assassin's Ward, man. I don't know about that on a carry, but it actually works out pretty good because... Right? Anyway, sorry about that. It actually works out pretty good. Oh, did I just crash? Alright guys, we're back. Sorry about that. One thing you will have to bear with me, you know, replay system bugs, crashes. The game's still in beta. It's okay. Not only will the game get better and the replay system get better, but I will get better at these commentaries. So yeah, we're back at Furious Pillow spinning around in a little circle. I'll talk about Assassin's Ward like I was going to. So I wasn't completely on board with it, but then I saw what he did with it later on. He gets some early drain, some early lifesteal, and it kind of replaces the need for potion. So I like it. Part of me would still prefer some sort of regen early game, because the lifesteal is literally like you get 1 back per hit. So it's not that big of a difference right now. And you'll see his health will take a hit at some point in the laning phase, and I would really prefer to have some sort of potions for that. At the very least, hopefully you could dual Q and you get your support to get a circlet of health, and then it would be completely okay. Like I would be totally on board with Assassins. If your support gets a circlet of health and you get the Assassin's Ward, I think that's golden, man. That's a perfect combo right there. So he gets Displacement Blast first, which is fine. It's fine. He's getting last hits. He's missed a couple of them. No big deal. Right now, I'm not a huge fan of pushing early. I would straight up just tell you just took a hit from the tower that was not needed. That's huge, especially if you know you don't have regen. You have to be careful about taking tower hits like that. That's a big chunk of health just gone. Anyways, I was saying that I'm not a big fan of pushing the tower. I like just freezing the lane back near your tower and farming, especially for the first, I don't know, 3 minutes. So knowing that, what you want to do is just tell your support, type in chat, you know, oh, I want to freeze the lane, don't auto attack, because a lot of the reason this lane is pushing is because Steel is just auto attacking minions. Okay, we're gonna fast forward a bit here. I don't think there's anything for a while. Just last hitting, he decides to siege the tower rather than okay, we have something coming up here. Alright, so he knows something's up. Decides to hit. Displacement Blast. So that was an example, guys. Let me see where he lands that. So he hits the crunch directly on. It did push him in a tower. I don't know if he meant to do that and he thought he could get the kill. But he hit the crunch directly on, and it boosted him in the tower. Now, that either was a good play or a mistake. Now, if you want to do that, it looks like it's a good play here, because I think he ends up getting the kill. Not here, but later. But if you wanted to boost him away, you got to make sure to hit the ground in front of the enemy that you're trying to displace away from you. So speed this up. Spoiler alert, he does get the kill. I would have liked to see the Steel wait out before he gets the hit there. I don't think the crunch... I don't think he was going to get away. You never know, but... yeah. Anyways. Misses an auto attack there. That would have been a tough kill to get. He could have displacement blast him. He could have tried for it. It might have been just coming off cooldown. I didn't notice. But, yeah. So his farming phase is pretty good. Obviously, always work on your last hitting. Furious is pretty good. Early game, he's pretty good at last hitting, I gotta say. Above average, we'll say. So the only thing there is that's a little bit of waste of time. You're wasting a little bit of time going in there. I think you maybe you'll miss a last hit or two, but he puts a deep ward, so I guess that's okay. It's a good trade. That's the only thing about getting a ward is that you're responsible for laying them as a carry. So you just want to minimize the amount of last hits that you, the amount of CS that you miss. Good. Sieging. They do a lot of damage to the tower early here. I think they get it pretty soon. See, and as you could see, he doesn't have any regen. His health was at half, but Furious Pillow's strategy here is just to constantly auto attack. So you're kind of stuck if you want to. You can't really freeze the lane if you get Assassin's Ward and you lose health, because even though he was half health, he gained health back through just the passive, his like base health regen, and also the it's in between 1 to 2 life he got back per hit, because of the lifesteal and the Assassin's Ward. But basically what happens there is you're forced into auto attacking and forced into pushing, and sometimes that's not always the best thing to do. So you'll see he'll be almost full health by the next minion wave, I believe. Good displacement blast there. Basically allows them to be able to push down this tower soon. Good. Taking a lot of damage from the minions. No rotations yet. Alright, so right here, guys, you'll see you get the kill. You get the tower. He gets the kill. Grim gets the kill. Okay, so this is very, very typical of something that happens. Usually the offlaner will be around. He'll be like, oh, can I save this tower? Should I just let it go? And maybe he'll be low health. And a lot of time you kill the tower and then it's like, all right, let's go kill the offlaner. So there's only a few situations where you could do that in. You kind of have to look at the map and see, okay, where's my mid laner? Okay, the mid laner is there. I don't know if they knew where the jungler was, if they checked and they didn't see him, they decided to go. Probably not, I'm assuming, because this is a solo queue game. But because they pushed down the tower, they chased the Kwang. Yeah, you know what? They got the kill on the Kwang, but Crunch got a double kill here because of it. You'll see he'll get the double kill over there. So that's not worth it, in my opinion. Get the tower. A lot of the time what you want to do is just get the tower, get back, get gold buff, maybe do some jungle farming, back, get your cards. The 1-for-1 trade wasn't worth it there, in my opinion. Or sorry, it was a 2-for-1 trade in the favor of the other team. So most of the time, once you get the tower, you have to think to yourself, okay, where's the jungler? Where's the mid laner? Can I get this kill quick enough that I don't have to push up to the tier 2? Because if you push up to the tier 2, a lot of the time you're just dead. You're just dead. So he goes attack speed, typical ADC build next. Obviously Grim doesn't have access to the Fury cards, so you gotta go with something like Windcarver Blade, so that's good. Another thing that's good here is they did not lane switch. I'll tell you that they didn't lane switch even later on. I think that's perfect, especially with this team comp. You have Iggy in the off lane. You just let Iggy do his thing over there. He's going to defend that tower, and he may even just be able to split push down a tier 2 eventually a lot of the time. if you have a good Iggy. So the only thing is, when you don't lane switch after you take the tower, the thing I prefer doing as an ADC is just freezing the lane. So the lane was already pushed in front of your tower. Just sit there and farm, just for like the next 5 minutes, something like that. It'll be like 2 or 3 creep waves. Just sit there and farm. That's what you're supposed to do as an ADC. You'll see that Furious is really, really good mechanically with Grim, but he needs work farming. You need work farming and getting your CS up. You get a lot of kills in this game. Mechanically, you're really good with him, but you never get a huge lead over your opponent and the opposing ADC because your CS isn't as good as his. So right here, I believe, yeah, so this is what happens. This is the result of not freezing the lane. So you push the lane. That was about 30 seconds ago. You stop farming this lane. It's pushed. You head mid, maybe try to get a kill there. Nothing there. Now you're kind of, you know, roaming around. Oh, I don't have any farm. The best thing to do would probably go in the jungle and get some kills. But you're kind of, you know, you're waiting. Kwang's just sitting there. His lane is frozen now. You're waiting. Wasting time, wasting time. This is all valuable time that you could be using to get CS. As an ADC, especially in the early game, you don't want to be wasting time like this. You need to be trying to get an advantage. You already have a kill, so that's good. But literally, you're still wasting, it was like, what, 9:30, 9:20? And you're just kind of wasting time, wasting time. This is all wasted time. You get your creep wave. Like, I would have much preferred you get in the jungle. And now you start CSing again about a minute 30 later. And that was a minute 30 wasted that you need to be farming, especially early game. You need to be farming. You need to be using every second of early game farming and not chasing kills, preferably letting the kills come to you. That's usually the way you want to do as ADC, unless there is something that is, you know, that comes to your lane, or unless there's something in the jungle that, you know, you guarantee that you could get a kill. You only want to rotate if you know you're going to get something out of it early game as an ADC. So he's able to, good kiting of the gold buff there. He kited it around. So he automatically, this is good in some situations. I don't think they're going to get the kill here, but maybe he just thought that he wasn't going to be able to run up because you have 3 minions coming here. So he's like, you know what, I just got to do damage, which is fine. I'm okay with that. I don't mind the ult early. And did they get the kill? They get the kill. So it was good. It made the difference. It did actually make the difference to ult early. He did like, what, about a sixth of Kwang's health there, and it didn't allow him to get away. Like that made a big difference in that fight. Okay, so I think we'll skip ahead here. Super aggressive. You'll see that Furious is super aggressive on Grim. He's always looking for kills. You just let your steal harass. You focus on CS. Pushing a tier 2 this early in the game is pretty risky. But you could see the Gideons here. You know, you knew where the crunch was because he was also in lane. So it's not too bad right now, but you definitely have to be you have to be super aware of where everyone is on the map before you push this tier 2 like this. Once again, I'm gonna go back. It's much better to just freeze your lane in front of your tier 1. It's the safest, and you're gonna guarantee the most farm that way. So I don't know what that steal is doing. I think he was trying to peel for you, maybe. He dies, doesn't he? Yeah, he dies for sure. Rip. You try to save him a little bit, but nothing going on. So that was the result of you guys being pushed up. It's just inevitable that that's going to happen. If you're pushed up past the river that early into a game, you're not going to take the tier 2. Like, teams are going to rotate on you. They're going to notice For the most part. Sometimes it goes unnoticed, but for the most part, you just want to farm here. This is what you want to do right here. This is what you should have been doing for the past, I want to say, like 6 to 7 minutes. Just sitting here. Sitting here, not auto-attacking, just like only going for last hits. Once the lane push up, grab gold buff, go into the jungle. Any jungle that's there, it's okay. Just take the Saris jungle. You're the ADC. You're gonna use it better. Alright, let's see what we have here. So grabs gold, grabs black, rotates mid. This is good. Gets a kill on Gideon. His Gideon dies. And then he gets fully collapsed on here. So I don't know if the steal ult was on cooldown, but so Furious, you got the kill on the Gideon. Now the thing about 15-minute mid lane engagements is that engagement. This is what you got to think in your head. That engagement had already been going on. There's already like a mini team fight going on there. You arrive, you get the kill. Now, what did you just do? You rotated. So you got to think the enemy team's going to be rotating too. And you got met. You got collapsed on hard by 3 other heroes. You basically had to get that kill and get the hell out. You can't stick around mid on those early game mid engagements because there's the cooldown, the death timers aren't just long. They're not long enough. Excuse me. Early game, and rotations are going to happen. People are looking for kills in the mid lane early game. So you got to make sure that was a good kill, but you should have just immediately got the hell out of there. Expect rotations mid, always. Especially when both tier 1s are up. Take a look at his build while he's dead. So he gets early attack speed, which is good. I would prefer just all casts in there, or all power cards, but teach his own. He gets a little bit of early attack speed, a little bit more early attack speed. So he goes right back mid. I don't know if this is something that he wanted to do, but he goes right back mid. I would have preferred farming, but I think he gets a kill out of this anyways. So that's a great job. What a lot of people do when Gideon ults over you is they panic a little bit. What Furious did there, it was perfect. He tracked Gideon. He turned around, found exactly where the black hole was, and just started auto-attacking him. And he got the kill. If he didn't track Gideon at all there, and if he didn't, and if he panicked and I don't know, popped his shield, popped his displacement blast, then he was dead, and his steal was probably gonna die too. But he tracked Gideon, auto-attacked him, got the kill. That was a flawless. Just a flawless kill early game against a Gideon ult. You don't need to panic so much against the Gideon ult early game. Especially if you have 2 heroes there. And he was already hit. Like, Gideon was already, he had 2/3 of his health gone. So, that was really good. I don't think there's anything. One thing you'll notice, guys, is Furious, like, he's running around a lot. Like, you really have to find... You really have to, like, work on your CS efficiency. So we'll just go back. We'll back that up. So he comes in the lane, half health. Now Kwang here, just immediate, like, it was quick. That's the hard part about Deflector Shield, is... like, shit happens quick. So he tried to bounce it. He tried to block it, but it would just happen too quick and he died. I think you have to be, when you're coming through the river here and you see your offlaner is full health and you're alone and you're half health, you have to be extremely careful. Almost just like turn, run past the tower, reset, and then maybe you'll have a better chance of expecting it. But like all that happened so fast and he just ulted you and you're dead. It was more of a mechanical error than anything, but you know, that's going to happen in games, even to the best of us. Gets more attack speed. So he's constantly looking for kills, which isn't always the best thing. Is that an ult? No. Good kill on Kwang. Just really good kill. Get out. He's chasing. You're not getting chased. You're good. Alright, so he gets a kill. But I'm telling you guys, like, a kill isn't... I don't know. It's always good, because obviously we all like killing in this video game, because that's what you do, but Furious wastes a lot of time not farming here. As an ADC, it's your primary... I know it's boring as hell sometimes, but you just gotta farm, man. You gotta farm. Not always worry about rotations. Like, this tower is gone. You could be farming somewhere. You could have been attacking the mid lane. Does he get a kill? He gets this kill. So Crunch went the wrong way there. He probably should have went up. I think he went the wrong way. Alright, Shadow Wall juke, maybe? He tried. So it works out here, but it's not always going to work out that way. He gets a double kill. It was really good. Good ward coverage. Someone could de-ward that. Okay. I think nothing goes on. So they get the double kill. They push down the tower. Pretty solid. They get the kill on the Grux. Back off. That's good. So he gets the invis buff. Oh, missteal ult. Oh, I was thinking of something else. Sometimes invis buff isn't the greatest. Why did you not see that? Oh, you know what? It might be a health bar issue. She's gonna die, right? That's a glitch. Belica doesn't have 0 health. A little late on the shield. It's so hard to hit that shield though. He doesn't hit many shields, but you almost have to like anticipate it happening. Oh, so close. So close. I like that he stuck around there. He knew he had his ult. And she was really low, so I like he stuck around there. So maybe he was being safe, which I don't mind. But guys, always remember that the most efficient, when talking about backing efficiency, if you're anywhere at about your inhibitor, then it's more efficient to run back. Anything in front of that, then you want to actually just back. I have a feeling Furious was just being safe here, which is fine because he was like so low health. And a lot of time you'll see someone will know that and they'll gank around. So I think Hero is the right choice to run back. But just so you guys know, as far as time is concerned. If you're in and around this inhibitor area, just run back. But anywhere in front, you could just press the B button and back. But I think Furious did the right thing there.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy tower destroyed.
So no, once again, not farming very well. Like, this jungle hasn't been touched. This jungle has, look, there's all 5 stacks. Like, if you see that as a carry, you're taking gold buff and you're going and jungling. Like, your jungler isn't taking those stacks. You definitely want to give that to someone, because they're sitting there right now. That's wasted CS, because they're not respawning any jungle camps right now. So I think Iggy just took them all. So here, let's just back it up. Okay, guys, anytime it's past the laning phase, we're past the laning phase right now, tier 1s are gone. Now, you may think, okay, you know what? The river is the halfway point in the map, okay? But it's actually not. You're not safe here. You're not safe here if you don't have a friend. If you don't have a buddy system going on here. You're actually on their side of the map. Here's the middle of the map. If you draw a line straight across, look where he is. He's on their side of the map right now. That's what you don't think of the river as the midline of the map. You think you got to draw a line straight across. He's way ahead. You could only really safely farm as a carry in around your tier 1. That's about the halfway point of the map. And then you have to have a ward there, and preferably a ward there when your tier 1's gone. That's the safe laning, farming spot, especially when you're alone. So this was an out of position error by Furious, and that's why he gets rotated on, he gets killed. He tries to dodge it, but he's just dead. There's 3 heroes rotating on him. And that's a positioning error there. So you want to make sure that once the laning phase is over, you don't want to be past your tier 1. You actually don't. Unless you have a buddy. And you know, and you have vision on the map, you know where everyone is.
An enemy has been slain.
Sorry, my cat is on. She's like, lap time. Lap time. No lap time for you, cat. Okay, so he's still building attack speed. Now, let's pause this. So, Furious, to give you some context here, Furious Pillow is the master, I mentioned earlier. He's the master of, you know, playing songs that aren't... siren songs. Playing songs that aren't usually played. Rip. Playing cards that aren't usually played. So he has Siren Song here, just to give you an idea what it does. He activates it, and on basic attack, steal 40 movement speed. So that, with suppression mode, like, someone is not getting away. You're stealing movement speed from them. You're also slowing them. Like, it's the ultimate, okay, you're not running away from me card. And he uses it a couple times. It's pretty good. I'm not going to argue with Furious about cards, because I like that he uses these different cards, and I like when people try these different things out. Because if you look, he has, like, attack speed, he has some lifesteal, so, you know, that's pretty good. He gets this utility card on Grim. I like it. I like it. I'm not gonna argue it. I'm not gonna dispute it. Furious used to make me builds all the time, so like I said, I'm not going to dispute that. Let's go. What do I have here? Okay, we're going to jump ahead a little bit here, I think. So we're at 29. We're going to jump ahead to about there. Good kill. See, actually, I wanna show that off. So, this guy is massively slowed. Not only does he get the Gideon tether, but like, look at how slow he's moving. It's almost overkill, Furious, but that is funny as hell, man. That is funny as hell. That's Siren Song. That's what it does. So you'll see he'll activate it. Activate it, good. Gets it going. Like, Kwang is in molasses right now. Rip. I like it, Furious. I like that card. That's cool. Just because he basically wasn't moving. It's almost a stun. Okay, we'll jump ahead a little bit more. Okay, so they're pushing a tier 2, fine. I don't think there was anything teaching, but so Furious dies. He dies at 29 minutes. He's down for 55 seconds. Let's fast forward a little bit here. Fast forward a little bit here. Okay, he respawns. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. Okay, so it started a minute and a half ago. He died. I already know what your problem is, Furious. You're a kill hungry, man. You're so kill hungry. You died to a Gideon, or I don't know who it was. You died earlier, and then you respawn. You immediately go back mid and start boxing someone. You immediately go back mid, start boxing someone. What's your CS right now? You're 97 at 31 minutes in. You're at 41 card points. You have 8 kills. Look at the Twin Blast. He only has 2 kills. He only has 2 kills, 2 deaths, and he's at the exact same CS as you. You got 8 kills. You've died 6 times, and you only have 97 CS. If you died 4 less times because you kept on going into the middle or kept on looking for kills, and you focused on farming. And let's say you maybe got 2 less kills. So let's say you're like 6 and 2, just for argument. And you're at around the same farm as he is, like 130, somewhere there. 130, 140. You're at like 50 card points at 30 minutes. That's you want to be at, that's where you want to be. If you're getting Raptors, like you guys don't get Raptors at all early game. Or maybe you did. Actually, we might have skipped past Raptors. Let me not say that. But anyways, that's why as an ADC you really need to focus on farming. You need to focus on farming. 97 CS at 31 minutes is not good enough. I don't care that you have 8 kills. Even if you were 8-0, I don't even care. And this sequence of events right here is the worst, because you died, you come back, you go box someone mid, and we're gonna see what happens next after this. You guys probably already know. So he just died. He respawned. What's he do? Immediately comes back mid. And he wants to box again. He's like, alright, Twin Blast, let's box. Like, you just... And you're boxing a Twin Blast that you should be ahead of, and you're not, and you die. That's 3 deaths. Where did that start? 28 minutes? In the last 5 minutes, you've done nothing. You've done absolutely nothing because you're trying to get kills. You're constantly trying to get kills. You may win this game. You may win this game because your team's good enough. But in the long run, you're not going to win many games playing this type of style. You will not win. You're going to lose more than you win playing this type of style. Because you're not putting the odds in your favor. Putting the odds in your favor equals getting a lead on the enemy carry. And you just wasted 6 minutes. Now, see, this is just a, you're dead. I don't know. I don't think it was a tactical feed or anything, but your team just wiped. So you just had a good team. You're lucky you had a good team. You should have not died 7 times to this point as a carry, especially because you have a good team. Like, you guys are up 30-19. You have the most deaths on the team as the carry. That's way too much. Way too much. Anyways, I'll stop with that. You get the point. So I was right. They actually didn't get Raptors. I was looking at my notes. Your team pushes the core. I forget what happens here. I don't think... You're not able to get it, though. That's for sure. I don't even think you're able to get this. No, you guys are out. Gold buff, and then I believe you're headed over to Raptors. So 35 minutes in, the first time doing Raptors, as an ADC, you want to try to group your team. If you have the lanes pushed, you have all tier 1s and Raptors on your side, you're looking for your team to group around 20, and this is even in a pub game, around 20 minutes, and you guys could grab the Raptors. And then at that point, if you grab all 3 at 20 minutes, and you get all 3 as the carry, then you just want to keep track of them and then kill them. Try to go back for them every single time one spawns, because you could solo at that point. You can't solo 3 Raptors at 19 minutes, but you could solo 1 Raptor for the rest of the game, and that is another way to get a lead on your carry. 35 minutes first time doing Raptors, it's not the greatest. Another thing here, so I know you guys have an inhib down, you have the lead. Let me just pause this. But there's no reason you should be positioned up at the Raptors like this. This is the worst place to get caught. One of the worst places to get caught in the map. The mid here, I would say, is pretty bad, and the Raptor pit is really bad. You should be back on the stairs attacking the Raptors, because you're gonna get caught out. They're rotating there. You guys almost got caught out. If you die and 3 of your teammates die getting Raptors at that point, you might just lose that inhib back. So you want to make sure that you're sitting on the stairs. Hopefully, you guys don't even have any vision. You should have vision out in front of the Raptors. Sit on the stairs, and as soon as you see someone, get the hell out of there, man. Like, don't even hesitate. Because they know, like, a lot of the time, you're missing off the map. Someone will say it, someone will ping it, and the whole team will try to collapse on you there. So you have to be very careful about your positioning around taking Raptors. So that's good. You guys are just dominating. He backs. He switches to, or no, I think he switched to a crit earlier, which is fine. He just did the full switch to crit. Furious's build is good. I'm really not gonna say too much about his build, other than I would debate the Assassin's Ward early game. They get OP here. It's good. Kind of doing the right things to end the game at this point, to guarantee that they're gonna end the game. I mentioned before, but this is a solo game queue. Just one thing here, Furious. So we're 38 minutes in. You have an inhib down. You guys are like firmly ahead in this game. At this point, when you're getting green buff in the enemy jungle, just kill the enemy minion. This is your jungle now. Someone on my team said that earlier. Oh, it was Night Ranger on Hardwired. I asked him, I'm like, why do you not leave a white minion? And he's like, because this is our jungle now. And it's so true. It's like, you have the timer on this. Once you kill that last minion, you have the timer on this. You guys have complete map control. That is your green buff now. At this point, you don't want to leave the white minion. Just kill it. You know, if you manage to steal, and you're probably not going to do this as a carry, but if you manage to steal as a jungler the green buff you know, 10 minutes into the game or whatever it is, then yes, leave one minion, because that's going to delay the respawn of the green buff until they actually notice, until they kill that white minion, right? But at this point, that is your minion camp. Like, I know you guys are going to end the game pretty soon here anyways, but just for future, the jungle is now yours. You have complete map control. Don't think of that as their jungle. That's your jungle now. That is your jungle now. Rip, rip, rip. You guys are going to push and win. You guys are going to push and win. So, overall, like, really good Grim game, Furious. I'm not even the best at Grim. So, and you guys know that. Mechanically, you're pretty good. Also, another thing I forgot to mention, you did a good job of getting river buffs. As Grim, I would almost... Sometimes you could run a mana potion on Grim. But if you're getting river buffs as Grim, that's pretty good. As long as, like, you're not, you know, stealing it from your mid and your jungler early game, and you're getting it kind of mid game, that's good. You did a really good job of on making sure that you had mana through getting river buffs. Yeah, you're mechanically, you're really good. You could box most people 1v1, but you do that too much. You need to CS more as a carry. You need to be around 100 at 20 minutes. I think you're under 100 at 31 minutes. So you really gotta step up the farming. For sure, step up the farming. Your build is good. That's pretty much it. Good game, Furious. Just for some context here, I should have done this earlier, but I'll say it now. Furious Pillow is high gold, so he's, according to Agora, he's around 1475, and this was a solo queue game, just to give you guys some context. But yeah, that's that. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys want a replay commentary done, make sure to submit it after the next hero is released, after K-pop is released, or Sinji, or whatever the hell her name is. K-pop. We call her K-pop. Because they wipe all the replays at that point. So, and just head over to my Discord. I'll link it in the comments below. Head over to my Discord. There's a text channel there for replays IDs. I'll look over them. And that's that. So, good game, Furious. I hope this helps you. And if you guys are looking for a streamer, I stream 4 nights a week. Check me out. Twitch, I'll link that in the bottom. I'm going to be uploading a lot more commentaries to YouTube. And that's pretty much it. So until next time, see you guys later.